Welcome. One of the most terrible nights. Russia has struck at military facilities near Odessa. The mayor of Odessa, Trukhanov, announced the largest attack on the city since the beginning of his. The Russian Defense Ministry reported a group strike on the ammunition depots of the armed forces of Ukraine, as well as on military industry and fuel infrastructure facilities in the Odessa region. The mayor of the city, Gennady Trukhanov, called last night one of the most terrible. And the attack on the city was the largest since the beginning of the special operation. Details are in the material of Gazeta. The Russian strike on the port of Odessa was the largest since the beginning of a special military operation in Ukraine on February. This was announced by the Odessa mayor Gennady Trukhanov in his social networks. The Russian strike on the port of Odessa was the largest since the beginning of a special military operation in Ukraine on February. This was announced by the Odessa mayor Gennady Trukhanov in his social networks. One of the most terrible nights. We do not recall such a scale of attack. Ukrainian media quoted him as saying, "The operational command south of the armed forces of Ukraine reported that as a result of night strikes on one of the ports of the Odessa region, grain and oil terminals, tanks and equipment for loading onto ships were damaged." This text was voiced in Yandex Cloud Speak. The blast wave from the hits also damaged warehouses of tobacco and pyrotechnic products. According to the AFU, the strike consisted of several waves. Caliber cruise missiles were fired, 8X missiles, 6 Onyx missiles, and 1X guided missile. In addition, the Ukrainian military counted attack drones of the Shahed type. The air defense was able to shoot down air targets, according to the statement of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Caliber cruise missiles, NX air missile and attack drones were allegedly destroyed in the air. On the frames published in social networks, you can see how a bright flash from a night explosion in Odessa illuminates the neighborhood. On July, President of Ukraine Vladimir Zelensky, after the attacks on Odessa, instructed the military to strengthen the protection of the port infrastructure. According to him, the Russian side allegedly deliberately struck at the infrastructure of the grain dale. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, high-precision naval and air-based weapons were used to strike military industry facilities, fuel infrastructure, and ammunition depots of the Ukrainian army. The attack was also directed at the Kanadovo Air Base in the Kirovograd region. Voice synthesis performed by Yandex Cloud Speak. All assigned objects are hit. The aim of the strike has been achieved, the ministry informed. Retaliation strikes for the Crimean Bridge. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation reported on the eve that retaliation strikes were inflicted on objects where terrorist attacks against Russia were being prepared using water drones, as well as at the place where drones were manufactured at a ship repair plant near Odessa.